you'll get to see other professionals speak. So you also kind of get a sense of, oh, that's the standard. Is it good? Is it not good? So can we have our first speaker? Let's get Shawn first. Let's give Shawn a big hand. Wow, you look very cool today, Very young looking. Now, okay, where's the microphone? Can we have a microphone for him? Okay, Shawn, you have a minute, yeah? Okay, what was your experience?
All right, so I was one of the people who were fortunate enough to follow Eric to Hong Kong to watch how he prepares for his speech as well as how he executes his speech. So it was a 2-day event, and we actually had to fly in a little bit earlier so that we can watch his rehearsal 1 day before. And I can tell you, while I was sitting there and watching him rehearse, this guy is one of the most detailed people I've ever seen prepare. Okay. He would actually go to the MC and he would talk to the MC to build a relationship, and he would actually talk to her to make sure that he'll have a perfect introduction. He went to the AV people, and then he went to test the music, the sound, to ensure everything is on cue and just right. Okay, and he would test every single slide in his deck to make sure that they appeared well on screen. Okay, and I can tell you, although this might seem very, very normal, right? There are other speakers there who do not prepare as much. In fact, they will just go on stage and they just say a little bit, mic test, and then they'll go down. But this guy is really very well prepared. He leaves nothing to chance. And this got me thinking, is someone like Eric, who is already a global speaker with so many years of experience, and he still takes the time and effort to really have such a rigorous preparation, then all the more we should do that, right? Okay? So that was one of the biggest lessons I learned on the even before the first day. That was the lesson I took. If you want to have a good execution, you need to have a good preparation as well. Thank you so much.
Wow, nice FP. I like it. Good speaker. You want to have a good execution, you got to have good preparation. Nice FP. A tip for you, make friends with the AV. You want to do a good job as a speaker, it's all about the AV. You look at how easy this microphone is. I have not lost my voice yet. Because this gentleman, where are you? Oh, okay, never draw attention to AV people. They do not like attention. So there's this gentleman at the back helping me to fix this sound. He make me sound better than how I sound. Yeah, he adjusts the mic. He was like, adjust, So some of you maybe have to adjust until the button also no more already, right? Yeah, but I think this is good. Right? So make friends with AV, get them some gifts, Make friends with MC. They will do a damn good job to tee you up and bring you on stage. Don't neglect these people. One more thing that Shawn didn't mention is I get very nervous if I do not know how to stand on stage. So I usually like to come early on stage to really get a sense of if I stand here, which part of the audience can I see? Just get very familiar with the stage. The stage is your home because your confidence comes from certainty. So if you're very certain that your slides will work, you're very certain of the mic, you're very certain how to walk, you're very certain that, if I stand here, this is how the stage will look like. If I stand here, this is how the stage will look like. If you're very certain on that, you will do very well. I learned it during competing as a speaker. The speakers will come a day before and they will just literally sit down and do nothing. Some of them, very extreme, they even lay on the stage. They just want to build a relationship with the stage. They do that because it's your platform. So the minute I come on stage, right, I feel like, oh, I'm home. Wow, and the minute I'm home, right, I feel good. But if you all don't walk the stage, like later on, those of you who are part of the storytelling competition, the best 6, right, walk the stage, like get used to like, oh, this is how, or here there's a lobang here, so this is how it feels like. So you feel super comfortable. That's part of it. That's part of the process. So always come a day before to rehearse. Yeah? Okay, so that was good. Good observation, Shawn. We are Trevor. Wow, y'all, how come looking younger and younger the way you're dressed? Let's give Trevor a big hand. Big hand for him. Okay, can I? All right, go for it.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so I believe you have heard about Eric's a lot of speech in English. So you must attend some of the talks in Hong Kong and listen to his Chinese speeches. You saw so many people there, right? I'm not sure whether you saw me over there. So there's a lot of thousands of people there, and they actually invited a lot of professional speakers in Chinese. They talk about a lot of in-depth stuff. That's where I learned from this ping pong game just now. They throw a lot of ping pong. No? A lot of things are being compressed into the session. That's why I really appreciate Eric's the universal structure. We really need to study on this because when he came up, a lot of things changed. There's a lot of transformation from 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes. And he actually plays videos and games and stuff. So there's a lot of transformation throughout the talks. You don't feel bored. It's very interesting. So look forward to having you there with us.
Thank you. I'm so glad you brought up the universal structure. So you stay there for a moment. Do you remember I told you how much time, what's people's attention span? Exactly. So your job is to make sure you keep changing every 10 minutes. If you keep changing every 10 minutes, people will never be bored. And if you follow the structure that I give you, every 10 minutes you're changing. 10 minutes story, then FP, right? After FP, point number one. But point number one is delivered using sharp, meaning you will use a story or a prop. And then when you go point number two, you'll use another sharp principle. So you just keep changing. So people will just think that, wow, you're very engaging, but they don't understand why. But the reason is because it's unpredictable. All right, thank you so much. No problem. Write this down if you want. FP, anything that is predictable becomes boring. Anything that is predictable becomes boring, which also means if your entire speech is just story, also boring. So you got to mix and match. So you notice the whole program, you do not know what's going to happen next because we're just going to keep you at the edge of your seats. Okay, our last speaker, she is, so we have two micro communities right now in GPTS. We have our Gen Z community. Gen Z, where are you? The Gen Z community. We need a name for ourselves, right? Not for me, for you guys, right? So I think we have about 10 of them. We also have our senior citizen community, right? And I was told that the age starting point is 50 years old to 78 years old right now. Right, who came to me just now? You say that you are the oldest in the community, 76 or 78. Who's that? Someone came to me yesterday. Oh, yes. Come. Let me invite you up. Wow, very honored. Very honored. Okay, take your time. Don't worry. Sorry, there's nothing. Could you introduce yourself? How old are you?
So I'm 26 and still counting, getting younger every day.
Thank you.
Right. But not younger in the stage people get Alzheimer. Unfortunately, then you become a baby, your family is in trouble, right? So I've been very fortunate. My mental faculties are fine. So then I was very inspired to hear some of the background from Eric. I say, hey, do you know, I went up to introduce myself to him. I said, we are former Toastmasters, okay? I sent my two sons, 15, 16-year-old, while they were still in high school. I sent them to my Toastmaster Club and they say, wow, your son's so young, you sent already. I said, got to prepare them early. So when they open their mouth, they are confident in speaking. So my sons, years later, still thank me. They say that, Dad, you really changed our life. After that, when we go on stage, I even remember the first week is TL1, Communication and Leadership 1, yes. Right? Very structured. So Toastmaster is wonderful. You have a chance, no matter your age, it's not too late to go there and learn also more how to speak, right? So it's very structured also, right? So I came out to Eric, I said, number one, I heard about your Toastmaster. Second, I said, you also were looking at which niche to specialize in, and you were also a little bit with real estate. I say I was very fortunate after many years, different industry, IT, all these things. I love and passionate about investing in real estate, where you have passive income, you have capital gain, you can pass on very efficient tax vehicle to pass on to future generations, right? So I was invited to look after 3 property funds. After more than 10 years, it grew from 3 property funds to 18 sector funds, more than $5 billion in asset under management. So my life very strange. I'm not rich, but I run into people, they have rich people problem. I sit in a meeting, they say, the chairman say, I'm crying every day. I say, what's the problem? You're so rich. He say, the yield so low. I put my money in the bank, they give me 0.25%. I keep on looking at the account, nothing is growing, right? So he say, I cannot sleep at night. So I understand people, if I guarantee you good investment, guarantee 10% yield. Also in Thailand, it's a country that is a cowboy country. Real estate agents don't have to sit for exam. Anybody can be real estate agent. And the government officials, unfortunately, people in the land department, they never go to jail, but they issue fake title, these sorts of things. So all the sort of horror stories. So I save a lot of people. If they meet me early enough, I prevent the problems. Later on, when they're in trouble, I go and put out the fire and rescue them, right? So this is real estate. I'm very passionate about it.
And I love how unprepared you are, but so prepared you are on stage, All started with one question. Please come on stage. Wow, done already. Right, born speaker. Wait, I didn't catch your age. So 70?
76.
Okay, I think you hold a record right now. Is that true? Is Uncle Leo older than 76 or younger?
Anybody 77?
Oh, Uncle Leo 78. So I'm going to make friends with Uncle Leo, okay?
Okay.
Uncle Leo is, so by far, he's still holding the title, the oldest. He has gotten 3 paid speeches so far. All right, so we are thinking of forming. Elizabeth, come. Can everybody please say hi to Elizabeth? I tell you, that's why I love this community. I've learned so much from the young, I learned so much from the wise. Where are you?
Just now he said community for 26 and below, right?
Yes.
I got jealous and angry. Hey, Eric, how about forming one for 50 and above?
Yes, so we're gonna form one. Anybody here is 50 and above, legit, like really 50 and above?
Allah.
Oh my God, so many.
Allah.
Wow, you have a big community.
Yes, we are big, right? Hey, you are special.
Awesome. So we're going to do something with the 50s because she was telling me that, 50s got our 50s thinking. I said, okay, let's bring all the 50s together, 60s, 70s, and see what you guys are thinking, all right? I think it's very, very cool.
Well,
Now,
the hottest topic is actually aging population.
it's true. Yeah, aging population. So first of all, thank you so much
Just
for
one last
trusting
thing. I
us.
said Another
Yes.
thing I
Yes.
shared with Eric was that
He feels like my father
even
now.
at 76,
Yes.
I believe in lifetime learning, lifelong learning. I attend all these seminars and my family say, Dad, why are you spending so much money? It's my wife. I say, you're wasting your money. I say, it's my money. How do you know whether I waste money? No,
Good point.
return on investment. If you invest $100, you get back 99, you're not happy. You invest 10 million, become 50 million. Are you unhappy? Is 10 million expensive? When people tell you, I studied math before, I'm an engineer, electrical engineer with an MBA. So they say, I ask a trick question. I say, if I tell you this property is worth 10 million, another property is worth 1 million, which one is a better deal? They all start thinking. But I say, actually, you do not have enough information. It's a trick question. The 1 million may be a terrible investment because you get back 500,000 or it becomes zero, total loss. But the 100 million become 500 million, like you invest in Bitcoin or Facebook. So you're laughing all the way if you hold on.
Okay, cameraman, keep that for our future web class. I will show your segment. For those of you who think this is very expensive, let's please hear from a 76-year-old, right? Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Come. Awesome. Okay, which one? Okay, now before Elizabeth take the stage to wrap up, I tell you, she's amazing. So after our speech, we had a celebration. We went to an Italian restaurant. I brought my pro speaker friend to talk to them, right? Done. Then, dear Elizabeth, then I said, okay, 8 o'clock already. I said, okay, everybody, we can go home already. Then Elizabeth looked at me and said, go home? It's only 8 o'clock, young man. No after party? Then I was like, wow, sweat, I want to go home and sleep already. She want after party. So we found her a nice speakeasy bar. And I said, okay, we all get drinks, sit down, just rest. And then she said, no, we need to dance. Y'all know, yeah, whoa, and don't whoa, she's very ironic. Half the time we were holding her hand to walk because she said she had leg problem. The minute we hit the dance floor, no more leg problem. She started dancing, It's a speakeasy bar where we just sit down and chill. She went up front and danced, and worse is she go and pull all of us to dance as well. We got evidence of video. So she speaks on freedom as a 50, and I think she really lived out her message, right? It's beautiful. So,
Thank
okay,
you.
now you share with them what you learned.
Oh, yes. A good speaker don't just speak well. They create incredible experience. I was there with Eric in Hong Kong when he delivered his Mandarin speech, which is the first time I hear him speaking Mandarin because this speaker is really good. Okay. And there's one word that he said in Mandarin, 老师教你. It was not in an English speech because we don't say teacher teach you in English, but in Mandarin they do that. At that moment when he said that, I cringed because coming out from Eric was like, wow, I never heard this before. And then after that, I went back to hotel. I listened to other Chinese speaker. Yeah, it's a common term they use. So it's just like when you want to be a global speaker, you need to know the culture. You need to know the context. And he has been teaching us this whole morning that, understand the culture, the context. And your speech is very relatable to the person. So 老师教你 is very common in Chinese, not in English. And I can't get used to it when he speaks. Okay. True. Number 2, know your audience. Obviously, he did his homework, but he still questioned, where you all come from? 你们从哪里来啊? And then you speak out from Hunan and say, oh, Hunan the Penyu. I know he did his homework, but he still asked the question. And when they answered, he was like, "Hello, I love you," that kind of thing. And he reached out to the audience. So the audience becomes, yes, well, I need correct. So the audience becomes very appreciated. You know me, you know where I come from. Yeah, Eric. You're really aware of us. So don't just go at a lot of speakers just thought they don't really reach out to the audience, but he did. So he created that experience that is so beautiful. Even I was there like, wow, superhero, no superstar, whoa. And then he really reached out to the audience right at the back. It was a very big stage. So people in front may feel close to the speaker, but the person behind, the people behind don't. He did it. Must learn from him, superstar. Then the next one, people follow people. As he said, I want to know the real Eric. So I go interview people around. Yeah, I interviews the guests, the audience, and they were like, ask Eric to come to Shenzhen because you need in Hong Kong and you need to go Shenzhen. That's what Eric, people want you to go Shenzhen. He is so likable. They want to invite him in. So as a speaker, he's sticky, he's likable, he's really loved by this audience. And one thing I also did, I went, you saw his booth, right? He was signing people, there's a book, and there were actually a lot of assistants there helping him. So I want to know the backstage story, the real person. I go interview them. I say, how was Eric? How is Eric? Is he a good person? A good boss? Sorry, I just need to know, try to dig some of these stories. Is it real? The real Eric we see, is it real, genuine? Yes, he was. And they were saying, he's very genuine, he's very generous, and he shared a lot of knowledge. So, 台前台后, whether we're on stage or we're backstage or whoever we're dealing with, people know us, people talks about us. So if you're genuinely good, they'll be spreading message that you are good. And you say, yeah, he's very good. And all these are young kids and they love him. So be genuine, be authentic, and people will love you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Elizabeth. Well, when she told me that, I was so shocked because I told them to just observe me. I didn't ask them to interview anyone, and they really treat the entire conference like their home, But thank God it went well. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Can we get her? We help you, okay? All right, 老师教你. Cikgu, how to say teacher teach you in Malay? Cikgu what? Huh? Ajar? Abo? Kamu? Ah, cikgu ajar kamu. Okay, I'll memorize that. Do people say that in Malaysia? They don't? So how do people say it in Malaysia? Belajar. Okay, all the Malaysians, Christmas party, teach me some Malay words, okay? So that I can do some Malay. Okay, now, first thing first, disclaimer, I'm not asking them up to tee me up. I do not need that. But I want to point out to you that you can really pick up a lot by just observing speakers. So one of your best resource to study speakers is actually TED.com. If you go to TED.com, there's a tremendous amount of speakers. Look for the topic that you are also speaking on. Take a look at the competition. Take a look at how they're speaking. And those of you, if you are more Mandarin speakers, go to YouTube and look for 我是演说家. There's a big competition going on, and there's a phenomenal bunch of speakers over there. And you can see the standard in China. All right. With that, we are ending our teaching segment. We're going to enter our final segment today, which is stage time. So, has everybody prepared a story as best as possible? So here is how we're going to run the game, okay?